You have big dreams, but zero energy to chase them. Sound familiar? Here's why that happens. And more importantly, here's the proven system that fixes it. I'm breaking down 6 science-backed strategies that take you from stuck to unstoppable in 30 days. No fluff, no motivation speeches, just the exact steps that actually work. If you're ready to stop being your own worst enemy, keep watching because this is the last productivity video you'll ever need. 1. The science of why you procrastinate. Let's talk about what's really happening in your brain when you procrastinate. Scientists call it temporal discounting. Your brain values immediate rewards way more than future ones. When you think about starting that business, your brain sees effort now and rewards months away. But when you think about watching another episode, instant pleasure, zero effort. Here's what's fascinating. Researchers at Princeton discovered that procrastinators have an overactive limbic system. That's the part of your brain that seeks instant gratification. Meanwhile, your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for planning and decision-making, gets overpowered. It's like having a toddler at the steering wheel while the responsible adult is locked in the trunk. But here's where it gets interesting. A study from McGill University found that people who procrastinate aren't lazy. They're often perfectionists in disguise. They delay because they're terrified of not doing it perfectly. So they wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect mood. Spoiler alert, that moment never comes. The good news? Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman found that you can rewire these patterns in just 18 to 254 days of consistent behavior change. Your brain is plastic, it adapts. Every time you push through the resistance, you're literally building new neural pathways. You're becoming a different person at the cellular level. 2. The 5-minute momentum method. Forget everything you've heard about the 2-minute rule. I'm going to share something more powerful. The 5-minute momentum method. Here's why it works. Psychologists found that the biggest lie you tell yourself is, I'll do it when I feel like it. You're never going to feel like it. Motivation doesn't create action. Action creates motivation. Here's how it works. Set a timer for exactly 5 minutes. Tell yourself you only have to work for 5 minutes, then you can quit guilt-free. But here's the magic. Research from the University of Southern California shows that once you start a task, your brain experiences what's called the Zeigarnik effect. Your mind hates unfinished business. It creates psychological tension that actually pulls you to continue. In one study, 91% of people who committed to just 5 minutes ended up working for at least 25 minutes. Why? Because starting is the hardest part. Once you're in motion, momentum takes over. It's like pushing a boulder. The first push requires massive force, but once it's rolling, it takes less energy to keep it moving than it did to start. Try this today. Pick your most dreaded task. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Just 5. Do it badly if you have to. The goal isn't perfection, it's momentum. And momentum is everything. Drop a comment below telling me what task you're going to apply this to today. Let's build accountability together. 3. The environment redesign strategy. Your environment is silently sabotaging you every single day. Stanford researcher B.J. Fogg spent 20 years studying behavior change and discovered something revolutionary. You don't need more discipline, you need better design. Think about it. If your phone is on your desk, you'll check it. If Netflix autoplays the next episode, you'll watch it. If cookies are on your counter, you'll eat them. Your environment makes decisions for you before you even realize you're making a choice. Here's what the most productive people do differently. They use what psychologists call friction design. They add friction to bad habits and remove friction from good ones. Want to stop wasting time on social media? Delete the apps from your phone. Make yourself log in through a browser every time. That extra 30 seconds of friction is often enough to break the automatic behavior. But here's where it gets powerful. Use reverse friction for your goals. Want to work out in the morning? Sleep in your workout clothes. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to eat healthier? Prep your meals on Sunday. Make the right choice, the easy choice. Your environment is either working for you or against you. There's no neutral. So ask yourself, is your space designed for the person you want to become or the person you're trying to leave behind? 4. The identity shift technique. Here's the truth nobody talks about. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your identity. If you see yourself as lazy, you'll find ways to be lazy even when you're trying to be productive. The most powerful form of behavior change is identity-based change. High achievers focus on who they want to become, not what they want to achieve. Once you change your identity, your behaviors automatically align. Stop saying I want to write a book, start saying I'm a writer. Stop saying I should work out, start saying I'm an athlete. When you identify as a writer, writers write. When you identify as an athlete, athletes train. It becomes who you are, not something you do. But here's the key. You need evidence. You can't just declare I'm an entrepreneur and expect your brain to believe you. Prove it to yourself with action. Write 1 paragraph, you're a writer. Do 10 push-ups, you're an athlete. Make one sale, you're an entrepreneur. Every small action is a vote for the identity you want to claim. Your identity is the story you tell yourself. You're the author of that story. Rewrite it starting today. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping content like this every week to help you build the life you deserve. 5. The failure immunity framework. Let's talk about the real reason you're stuck. You're terrified of failure. That fear is killing your dreams. But here's what successful people know. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the requirement for success. There are two types of people. Some see failure as proof they're not good enough. Others see it as information. They ask, what can I learn? That difference changes everything. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's not inspiration. That's a different operating system. Here's how to build failure immunity. First, reframe failure as data. Every failure eliminates one wrong path. You're closer to the answer. Second, set a failure quota. If you're not failing weekly, you're not pushing hard enough. Third, celebrate the attempt, not just the outcome. Your brain rewards progress, not just achievement. People who fail early and often learn faster than those avoiding mistakes. Failure creates the strongest learning signal your brain receives. So fail at something this week. Try what you might be bad at. Post that video, send that pitch, start that project. The only real failure is not trying at all. 6. The 30-day transformation protocol. Everything we've talked about means nothing without a system. So here's your 30-day protocol to go from ambitious but lazy to unstoppable. Week 1. The awareness phase. Track everything. Write down every time you procrastinate and what triggered it. Was it fear, overwhelm, boredom? You can't change what you don't measure. Research from the London School of Economics found that self-monitoring alone increased productivity by 23%. Week 2. The environment phase. Redesign your space using the friction principles we discussed. Remove every distraction. Make good habits obvious and easy. Make bad habits invisible and difficult. Add one tiny routine that takes less than 5 minutes. Week 3. The identity phase. Choose one identity you want to claim, then prove it to yourself with one small action every single day. Post about it. Tell someone. Make it real. Psychology Today found that public commitment increases follow-through by 65%. Week 4. The momentum phase. This is where it gets real. Stack your habits. Link new behaviors to existing ones. After I pour my coffee, I write for 5 minutes. After I brush my teeth, I do 10 push-ups. Your brain loves patterns. Give it one to follow. Don't try to change everything at once. Change one thing, make it automatic, then add the next thing. The people who win aren't the ones with the most talent or resources. They're the ones who show up consistently even when they don't feel like it. So here's what I want you to do right now. First, if this video gave you even one idea you can use, hit that like button. It takes 1 second and helps more people who need this message find it. Second, drop a comment telling me which of these 6 strategies you're implementing today. The 5-minute momentum method, the environment redesign, the identity shift, write it down. Public commitment works. Third, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I'm on a mission to help ambitious people like you turn their potential into reality. We're building a community of action takers here, and I want you to be part of it. Remember this, a year from now, you'll wish you started today. The perfect moment you're waiting for? This is it. You have everything you need to start. Not to finish, just to start. And starting is everything. Your dreams aren't going to chase themselves. So get off this video and go take one small action. Right now. Not tomorrow. Now. I believe in you. Now you need to believe in yourself.